and welcome to my channel. Today I've got a Pride inspired look for you. So it's a rainbow because originality and all. Anyway, yeah, this is more going to be a chatty tutorial rather than, well, it's just going to be chatting and playing with makeup really. Because this really isn't actually difficult to do. Like, it's very colorful, obviously. But it's actually really easy, so let's get started. Now, as per usual, I'm starting off with priming my eyelids. And also, I am actually already wearing concealer underneath my eyes. Because I already work today and I always wear concealer. Like, it's literally basically the only thing I always wear to work, concealer. It's usually the Instant Awake by Catrice to be precise, because it doesn't have very high coverage, but it does look very well natural, as you can see. Just, you know, yourself, but more awake. I don't know, I just feel like it looks a little bit more fresh on me. But obviously if you're just starting this tutorial, like if you want to follow along with this tutorial, and wow, one of my lamps just... I've been saying I need to buy a new one of those, like the on-off switch is just completely busted. I keep saying I need to buy a new one, but that's been like 5 years and I still haven't actually gotten around to doing so. Oops. Anyway, the point is, if you're actually, you know, trying to follow this tutorial and just start off blank, then of course, you know, you can just start out without using concealer first and just start off with the eyeshadow base. Now, for the eyeshadows, I'm going to use the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. I was just looking at the front of the palette and just immediately forgot the name again. Anyway, yeah, my intelligence aside. You can also use, for example, one of those sleek eye divine palettes. The Ultimate Brights Volume 1, I think it was, I'm not sure. Or Ultimate Shadows Brights by NYX, or whatever rainbow palette, like one of the Beige Cosmetics, like 120 color palettes. Whatever you want, as long as it has rainbow colors. So yeah, I'm just going to go look up in what order the colors are in the rainbow, because I just for the life of me can never remember. And then we're going to apply them to the eyes. Now, this is basically what we're going to go for, and for that purpose I'm going to use a small tiny brush, a blending brush to be precise. And I'm going to start off with actually a mixture of a dark blue and a shimmery purple. Not necessarily because I want this mirror, look at me then, thank you. But anyway, not necessarily because I wanted it to be shimmery, although you could go for full on shimmer if you want, of course. But more because there's no really dark purple in this palette. So yeah, basically, this was my easiest solution to having a purple shade without having to use different palettes. Because I literally just don't have any palette that has literally all the colors. And of course you're gonna blend the colors together, so you're going to create some colors that aren't necessarily in the eyeshadows. Because you could do like every single shade, but you would need a very, very, very tiny, teeny brush, and it would probably be impossible to actually get it to blend that tinily. So, yeah. I'm just going to go for, you know, the colors that feel correct to me. And I'm not yet worrying about blending it together. As you can see in this eye, I'm keeping it quite harsh at this point. I'm going to work on blending it later. It's eyeshadow, not a cream eyeshadow, so it can wait while I apply this eye. But I am keeping in mind how high I want it to be. And me personally, I would prefer it to be visible when I have my eye open. But I don't want it to be all the way up to my eyebrow. I do still want it, well, wearable is maybe not really the exact correct word for this. But I want it to be sort of semi-wearable-ish. Sort of. I still want it to be an eye look and not a full face look, is basically what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's just what I'm doing. Also, by the way, yes, this is meant as a Pride look. I know it's like really late in the month. If I can upload this quick enough, edit it quick enough too, it'll be online on the last day of June. That's because I literally forget everything when it comes to like dates and times. I would forget Christmas if it wasn't so commercial. I easily forget my own birthday, and I can't even remember what I ate the day before yesterday for supper. However, I can, if I have a conversation with someone, use their words against them 10 years in the future. It's really random, the things I remember and the things I don't remember, but yeah. Anyway, so basically I'm late again, as usual. Wow, the neighbors have a visitor. So nice of their dog to always tell me, loudly. Anyway, point is... Yeah. Anyway, But I wanted to do a look for it anyway, because really it is still an important thing, you know, like there's still people who just aren't, you know, accepting of other people's sexuality, which in my opinion has always been very weird to be so bothered by someone else's sexuality. Like it's not like it has any effect on you. Unless you want a relationship with someone and they're not attracted to your gender, because that would suck. But like other than that, you know, like, yeah, I never really understood people's issue, but the fact is it is still an issue, and so, you know, there should still be attention for it anyway. So yeah, decided to do a look as well. That explanation just sounded so weird to me, but I hope you get what I mean. It's an important thing to still give attention to, is what I'm trying to say. Also, by the way, another reason why I put the red in my inner corner, other than the purple being darker than the red. It's also because, for me personally, my outer corners get red more easily by nature, by irritation basically, than my inner corners do. So I just feel like this looks more eyeshadow, and if I would put it here, it would look more like eye irritation. But yeah, anyway, my eyes look quite even at this point, which is surprising because I was more busy talking than I was paying attention to things like symmetry. But now it's time to go blend it all. Also, this really reminds me of like Microsoft Paint. Like really just drawing stuff in Microsoft Paint in like the 90s for some reason. Not sure why. Then, once everything is on there, we're going to blend it. I'm just going to show you on this eye. I'm going to do a very thick brow bone highlight. Thick as in I'm going to use a lot of product so I have more eyeshadow to blend with. In an off-white shade, a matte shade. And then I'm going to go back to the wiping it down now off camera, blending brush and a very pale pink shade. This one over here to be precise. And yes, my nails are ready for summer. But anyway, did the summer actually start last weekend when you're seeing this? I think it officially did. But anyway, this is the closest to a nude shade in this palette. I can't remember on which side of the brush I put it. I'm just going to make a guess. And I'm just going to use that to blend. And there's two reasons I'm not using a bigger brush for this. One, I don't want to merge all the colors on top of the rainbow part together by using a huge brush and going completely over it. And I also don't want to bring the rainbow colors up to my eyebrows. So this brush is just a lot more precise, gives me a lot more control. Of course at this point really you could do whatever you want. You could either do a complete ombre and like really merge it up to the brows. Or you could keep this line very, very harsh and maybe outline it and make it a complete cut crease wink look. Which would look cool as well, really admittedly. But I don't know, I just feel like going for something more in between. A bit cut crease-ish, but still soft. Then to really make the under eye play along a little bit, I'm just going to go in with the tiny brush again. And the dark blue shade, well, you know, the one that's basically the base for the purple. Followed by the bold blue shade. Immediately going on to green. And then going on to orange because, I don't know, there's less space there and this works just as well as it would to really use like all the colors there. And then just using a big blender to make that go soft. Like so. Then for the inner corner highlight, I'm not sure what I was trying to point at here, but anyway. I'm going to use the white eyeshadow base. That would have been a great base for this entire look if it hadn't been half dried out at this point. And I wasn't sure if I still had enough product for two eyes. Anyway, I'm just going to blend that with my beloved tiny blender brush. Seriously, if you watch my tutorials very often, you can probably tell me if this is my most used brush. Because I really feel like this is like my most used brush. The name faded off, but it is an xoBeauty brush, so you can probably easily find it. I don't know, eye blending detail, something like that probably. I really don't remember the name. But anyway, I'm just mixing. I was gonna say mixing. Blending that color in my inner corner. And then I'm going to go into basically a white gold-ish eyeshadow. While the white primer is still damp. It didn't really feel wet, but like it's not dry either. Anyway. And just highlighting it. You could also use just a normal face highlighter if you don't have a shade like this as an eyeshadow. And I'm not going completely over the red and the orange because I do still want it to be visible, but I do just want a really bright highlight in there. Then for the waterline I'm using a nude pencil. Just to get some more brightness, because it is summer and yeah, that's basically my logic and I'm sticking with it. Then for eyeliner, I'm going to use the NYX Epic Ink eyeliner and I'm going to keep the wing tiny. That's what I often try. Let's hope that it works. Also, I recently discovered that you should not shake this thing too harshly. Like, it has a little ball in it, I think. Like, I'm not gonna shake it. I'm just not gonna. I think you're supposed to shake it to a certain extent, but like a little while back, I don't remember why I was in a hurry. Either I was going to the cinema or working as a makeup artist. Okay, 10 seconds. Okay. I couldn't make a sharp wing while talking. But anyway, I shook it a lot because I was like, it needs to be nice and moist. And then I started applying it, and I think the best way to describe it is that my eyeliner pen basically vomited on me. Like just a big splash of, well, eyeliner, what else? And literally, like, I'm cursed that way. I always end up regretting it if I do my face base first. So yeah, I had done my face base first, so I just had to remove this entire eye of makeup, including the base, and redo that because it was just one big mess. It was such a mess. Like, seriously, like, my entire eye was just covered in eyeliner, and it literally went into my eye too, so it was like my entire contact lens was just not very pleased with me. In the eyeliner's defense though, it did not irritate my eye, so in terms of like eye friendliness, I suppose, there's nothing wrong with it. You just gotta be gentle with it, evidently. And not be such a brute as I was. Okay, I'm also gonna paint a little bit of hearts. A little bit of heart. Hello, grammar. Some hearts. Little hearts. Tiny hearts. Well, you get what I mean. Because as long as this eyeliner isn't basically spitting its innards out at you, it is a very nice and detailed eyeliner. So it's perfect to do tiny drawings with. Okay, I gotta admit, this top one, I sort of went a little bit too far there and now it looks like a broken heart, but I suppose that is a nice hint to my own eternal single status. Yeah. Anyway, let's just pretend it's on purpose. But I feel like I talked a lot this tutorial and that this is probably already a pretty long tutorial, so I'm just going to do my eyelashes next and then I'll just do my face base, the rest of it at least, very quickly off camera and then we're done. And here we have the final results. I decided to go for no foundation today, actually. I did it a while back and I was editing this video a little while back and it's probably online by now. But anyway, I quite liked how it looked actually, just my natural skin with just its natural texture and all, and natural color differences. English, I can't. Anyway, yeah, just natural skin basically with a little bit of concealer and powder and that's it. I do mildly regret my lip color. Well, not the color, it's just that I found this really old Makeup Academy liquid lipstick in the shade Atomic, and I was keeping it with my eyeliners, and I was like, I probably had a reason for only using it for eyeliner and not on my lips. But I couldn't remember what, so I decided to use it anyway, and it's dry as hell. It really feels like I've paint on my lips, and it looks kind of cracky on the... like it's cracking from up close. But the color is nice, it's just the texture that I don't particularly love. So it's going to go back with my eyeliners. It was a useful eyeliner after all. Anyway, but yeah, this is what we're left with. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please click the like button, it would really help me out. If you want to know exactly what products I used, I will put everything below the video in the description in a list. But of course, you don't need to use the same products to get this result. Other than that, if you want to see more of my videos, I do 2 makeup tutorials per week and then 1 other random video per week. You can always subscribe to my channel if you'd like. And that was everything I had to say for today. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day and I hope to see you next time. Bye!